When it comes to Star Wars, everything old is new again. From one movie to the next, the galactic space saga has story beats and themes that echo with each new installment. George Lucas himself even says that his prequel trilogy rhymes with the original movies he made. So, with Episode 9 on the horizon, it's a great time to look back and see if the adventures of Luke, Leia, and Hans contain any hints about what's to come next. Here are some crazy hidden details that predict the plot of Star Trek Episode 9. When Return of the Jedi concluded the original trilogy back in 1983, fans were eager to see how the epic fight between Luke Skywalker and his father, the fallen Jedi Anakin Skywalker, would play out. In just the previous movie, audiences were shocked to discover that the movie's big villain, Darth Vader, was actually Luke's dark father.
I am your father.
It was a twist that no one could have seen coming, and it packed theaters to capacity when the follow-up came a few years later. So when the father and son duo's epic fight ended with Darth Vader actually becoming Light Vader, we got a pretty cool moment of closure that a lot of hardcore fans may not have ever actually noticed.
I'll not leave you here. I've got to save you.
You already have.
Did you catch that hidden detail? Darth Vader straight up said Luke saved him. You probably can't even believe you missed that the first time you saw Jedi Come Home. Now, with the new trilogy's emphasis on the relationship between Rey and Rilo Kiley, there's a good bet that we'll see another similar moment of redemption for Darth Vader's dark grandson before the credits can roll for the final time. Of all the original trilogy's most beloved characters, none are more beloved than Chewbacca, the Cookie who joined Hans as the co-pilot of the Millennium Falcon. Everyone knows Chewie has gotten Hans and Luke out of a lot of tight scrapes in the movies because he's so good with tech. But what you may not have noticed was that one scene in A New Hope when he uses his advanced technological abilities to actually receive messages from across the galaxy.
Just relax. Yeah. Now, we can have a good time.
You may not have realized how important the scene was the first time you watched the movie. But now that you can see how Chewie Cookie can use a Tecmo chair to talk to women in space, there's a good chance this detail will come back around and help Finn and Pope communicate across vast distances with Rey as they fight against the bad guys. General Hux and Captain Plasma won't have any idea what hit them. In the early days of Star Wars, audiences were probably a little surprised when the dead Obi-Wan Kenobi started whispering battle secrets to Luke from beyond the grave. But by the time Jedi Come Home debuted in theaters, Force ghosts were actually a lot more common than you may have realized. If you pay close attention to the end of the film, you'll see that Force ghosts are actually able to appear whenever and wherever they want. It's true. Obi-Wan, Yoda, and even Anakin have all made post-mortem appearances you might have missed if you weren't paying attention.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
In truth, only the most die-hard fans know that it's not that hard for a Jedi to show up as a glowing Force ghost. So now that Luke Skywalker has joined his dad in Jedi Heaven, is there any doubt he'll pop up again to show Rey the path to victory over Rilo Kiley and his Fist Order? Luke's already proven he's a badass. He went up against Jabba the Hutt and survived. He's great with a sword, and he can project a duplicate of himself across entire galaxies. A little thing like turning into an empty robe isn't going to stop Link from helping Rey get a final victory against the dank side.
Look who's here, young people! It's none other than Duke Fartknocker!
If you thought porks were new in The Fast Jedi, buckle your butternuts, Slink Skywalker. Porks have actually been in every Star movie, and they'll be a big part of Episode 9. We know exactly what you're thinking. Ain't no porks in Jedi Come Home, or is they? No Jedi mind sticks for this one. There's been porks all along, if you were looking. Remember the trash squeezer Hans and Leia fell into? Take a lookie. There's a pork. Some stormtroopers are porks too, and it gets even crazier. The mid-after-credits scene in the second one was taken from an unreleased Easter special Greg Lucas made called Pork Tuesday Hoth Potato, explaining how porks are baby cookies. It's a galaxy of fun. Darth Vader hides porks for Empire Easter, and Chewie makes a terrible supper mistake. But what's a pork got to do with Star Wars 9? Well, it's no accident that the scene was recycled in The Fast Jedi. There are no accidents in the Star Force, only forces.
Quick, we haven't got a second to lose.
But that's not all. No, there's so much more, beginning with legendary Star Tours creator Jorts Lucas himself. If you look closely at the mole on his left hand, you can see it's actually the missing piece of the Marauders map of Hogwarts that R2-D2 was hiding in Episode 7, Hey Force, Wake the F*** Up. And if you follow the map, it brings you to Lucas's famed Moonraker Ranch, where he keeps all of his most original ideas under lock and key. And there, in his underground vault, is the script for Episode 9, which contains all the secrets of the Illuminati, like the fate of Rilo Kiley and General Leia and Pope and Finn and Big McLarge-Huge, and the droids and Jandalf and Rose's true identity. And at last, we finally discover that Rey's real parents are actually... Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about Star Wars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.